Good evening. This is again the chemical kinetics continued lesson. The last concept we completed integrated rate equations for first order reaction. That I would take this one as first, but just for change I had completed integrated rate equations for first order reaction earlier, and now we are going to switch on to that integrated rate equations for zero order reaction. Sorry, zero order reaction. Consider that zero order reaction here. What is that one? The zero power of concentration. The power of concentration term is zero. Consider a zero order reaction. A gives rise to products. Go to this one. Consider that any zero order reaction, that's an A gives rise to general reaction. A gives rise to products. According to rate law, we know that one rate is equal to minus dA by dt. This is for the negative sign of the concentration in decreasing the concentration. Minus dA by dt, that is equal to the power of concentration term is raised to the power 0 because of zero order reaction. Again, as the power of the concentration is 0, any number to the power of 0 is 1. Then rate is equal to dA by dt, that rises to power 1. It's called that dA by dt. Just you are interchanging dA is equal to what? K dt. Here A is 1, then dA by dt is equal to K we get. Then dA is equal to minus K dt. So take this one by integrating both the sides. By integrating, just I slipped one step here, one jump from that one directly. Just I did not put that the symbol, just I write that one. You would write the integration symbol here. Take integration on both sides. Integration of minus k into dt, that will take that. At last, by integrating both the sides, we are getting one step, and by removing the integration, we are getting that one concentration of A is equal to minus kT plus I. So by applying integration constant I, then I is an integration constant. Then we observe here at the temperature is 0, the T is 0, and A is equal to A naught. A is equal to A naught. A is an initial concentration, that we assume that one. Substitute the value A is equal to A naught and T is equal to 0, and substitute this equation 1, this equation number 1. Compare this one here and here. A is here. Again I have taken the same equation number 1, because it is just above this one. So you may get confusion. In order to less your confusion, in order to remove the confusion, just I have taken the once again concentration of A is equal to minus kT plus I. Instead of A is equal to A tends to A 0, that's an initial concentration 0, is equal to K into T is equal to 0, that you have taken the term here, T is equal to 0, then I remains. Anything into 0, 0, then A naught is equal to A, initial concentration is equal to I, then I is equal to A, that initial concentration. So call this is an about 1, and we got that equation here. Instead of I, substitute this one in the equation 2, then instead of I, what we are getting? A. Then after this one, just rearrange this one, just shift this one this side, and again A this side. Just by simplification, all the simplification, general simplification, K is equal to A base 0, that's initial concentration minus final concentration divided by T. So this is the integrated rate equations for integrated rate equations of the zero order reaction. This is the equation. So by taking this one, some numericals may be focused on this one. You are asked to do the sum depending on based on this equation, integrated rate equations for zero order. That is, you have been given A naught, initial concentration and final concentration, and that the time is also given. Then you can directly find the K, or if the K is given, then you may be asked to get the time. But initially they are going to focus the concentration, the rate K. So this is an integrated rate equation of the zero order reaction. So what is the application of zero order reaction, then we can go for that one. Two applications. This zero order reactions can be applied in the two ways. One is by direct substitution method, taking the taking the formula and substitute the values, and again the finding the k value. That's about the any reaction of the taking that the obeying of the zero order reaction. By this equation we can substitute the values and get the value of the k. Then one more is the graphical method is there. Again we have to know, in the first order reaction is just lengthy, but here is on same type. A concentration is equal to initial concentration minus k into t. That's about that we have to brought into the equation form in y is equal to mx plus b, because this is a graphical form equation. Then we draw minus a versus temperature. There is a straight line with slope will come. Straight line with slope. This is about concentration A versus time t. Then we are getting the slope k, negative slope is there. This is for the one substitution, the graphical method of the zero order reaction. And again come to this one, just we are changing the rate versus concentration. Again the same one, rate versus concentration. Then we are getting the one of the parallel is straight line. This is straight line is parallel to the concentration. So this is another one. These are the two applications of zero order reaction of the integrated rate equations. Again, if you go for that one, just to combining both the diagrams of the graphs, it will be like this. So here's a zero order reaction. It's a slope is there. Again, if you take the first order reaction, it comes here. Again the T and half is versus concentration, T half again versus concentration. Both are the zero order reaction, first order reaction. Second order reaction, it is there, it is in the next coming one. Just a graph, it is also comes under as in zero order reaction. It's a slope is there. So this is about the one of the graphical representation of second order reaction also, but is an exception one for the second order. Then we come to that one of the concept of activated complex. Really it is just to understand through the graph itself. Through the graph only you have to follow. What is an activated complex? Whenever here we are taking the reaction here, just observe. Here the reactant is A and A bonding with A and A, and the B and B. These two are the reactants. They tends to form the compound, that's a product, AB plus AB, just a binding there. This is about a general reaction. If we just follow this reaction, and here's one graph is there, just to go for that one, energy versus reaction coordinates for the same general reaction. Here the starting point, if you draw the graph, plot the graph of the energy versus reaction coordinates, the starting materials, that's the reactant, start from here and they rises to go to the up to level, and they reach the level. This level is called an activated complex level, and then they start to tend the products and they attain the products as this one. So this is about the graph what we get here. This is an activated complex theory of that. Just to observe that one, here is a starting material and the products, and observe the gap between the starting material and this one is and the B, the lower one is. This is it start the reaction from here to here. This is an activation complex, the activated complex, and we will learn this these two the different aspects in that another diagram. So here the activated complex theory. Here we should you have to know the normal energy, threshold energy, and activation energy, EA. So just one, I go for that another graph for that one. Another graph about how that the activated complex come. Here is another thing. So here, so the graph is same, plotting the energy versus reaction coordinates. Observe this one. Here we have taken reaction, hydrogen and iodine gives rise to hydrogen iodide. Then it's the starting reactant, starting points, starting materials, and these are the products. When they rise that one, at that one level they reaches and then start to form the products, and they reaches here, you are getting the products. This point is there, no, that is called as an activated complex. At this energy is called threshold energy. Here is an from reacting materials to that activated energy level, that energy is called as what? Threshold energy. You could observe here, what is threshold energy? Normal energy plus activated energy. So here is an from here to here is an activation energy, that's an EA, energy of activation, plus normal energy. Normal energy plus activation energy totally called threshold energy. It is a threshold. Actually, word threshold means the one of the end point, the limit of that reaction. So for the house, our the doorstep, the door foot is called as the threshold. That's the last point of that, the corner and the room or that area. So here's a normal energy and then activation energy. Threshold energy is equal to normal energy plus activation energy. You could write this definition also. The sum of normal energy and activation energy of the reactants is called threshold energy. The maximum energy which is required to form the products is called as an that's threshold energy. And here's an activation energy. Threshold energy minus normal energy is called activation energy. So that's also termed as an energy of transition state minus energy of reactants. So the completion transition state and then the minus of the reactant, then you're also getting activation energy. Is that total energy is in the energy of transition state, and then here's in we are minusing that's energy of the reactant we are getting. So observe that one. This is in gap is that this is called delta H, and here's an energy of activation. So just for your understanding, and also that the diagram is important for that one, you are maybe asked to write the definition for the threshold energy. In order to know the threshold energy, by plotting the graph only you have to understand. Otherwise, you will feel difficult. So this is about the one thing about activation energy, that activation complex and the graph. Then here's some the definitions for the same the energy concepts you got. Normal energy. What is normal energy? I already told through the diagram, but here's the statement here. The average potential energy possessed inherently. The reactant should have this one inherently by the reactants or products. This is called as what? Normal energy. Then threshold energy. The average potential energy possessed inherently by the reactants or the products, that's called normal energy. So why do we take that the products and the reactants? This is again that average potential energy. In case of the reversible reaction, the reactant gives rise to product, again product gives rise to the reactants. That may be a reversible reaction here. So threshold energy, the total energy of the reactants must possess in order to reach the transition state to form the products is called threshold energy. Then activation energy, the minimum extra energy of the reactant must given to reach the threshold to form product is activation energy. You may expect some definition, one definition in the examination among the three in chemical kinetics coverage. So this is about the how that the reaction. Then we go for the another content. Just I take the gap because it's already completing that 14 minutes. So I would not go for that longer classes. Then if it is a classes is long, you may get bored. Just I take a break and then go for the next concept. Thank you.